Real 96.3, the Wick's new #1 for hip hop and R&B. Your boy Cali Cole, excited because I got Boss Blakely in the building, man.
Yeah.
The big dog.
Yeah.
Hey, when I tell you about music and I tell you about Brunswick, when I tell you about people doing hip hop and promoting and doing independent grind, that's this man right here, man.
Yeah, man. I've been doing this for a minute, man. Boss busy. That's what they call me, because I'm always busy doing video, music, recording, all that, man. Hey, man, it's a grind that don't stop, but it's a passion too, man.
Hey, for real, and you know, just you continuing to contribute and continuing to push the narrative in the area that is talent here, man. I definitely got to salute you for that.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It's definitely a lot of talent here in the city. I just like to see more artists start working together, but you know, that's no here or there. I have to say, that's what the OG say. You feel me?
Hey, well, you know, since we already there, when you're talking about artists working together and the collaboration, it's a lot of talent here in Brunswick. Like, as far as from where you're coming from, as far as being a producer, being a rapper, really having your own grasp for you know what's going on in the industry here, what is it lacking? Like, I heard you say collaboration. What is it lacking for a Brunswick artist to be pushed to the next level, like with the talent that we have here?
I believe originality. I think everybody sound the same. Now there are some talented dudes around here. That's doing their thing, and I gotta salute those. But there's so many that try to sound like the artist that's already in the game. And
oh wow,
it gets boring, you know. But there's a few artists out there that I listen to. You know what I'm saying? And I think if they keep pushing, stay humble. You gotta stay humble, because if you're not bringing in $1 million checks. Ain't no use to looking down on nobody.
Facts.
Nobody make it yet. You know, I see some people actually doing some things, you know what I'm saying, big things, and I see you. I salute you. But man, stay humble, man, because it can't be taken away from you just like that.
Hey, real quick. And matter of fact, you know, just with you talking like that, I'm looking in the news and I'm seeing Sexy Red having shows canceled everywhere. And I'm talking about this the hottest female artist like in the last 6 months. I mean, just has to be. But she's out canceling shows. So I always tell people, hey, business might be good, things might be going a certain way, but it could change real fast.
Look, I mean, I understand why you say the hottest. I understand why you say she's the hottest out right now, because that's what the streets say.
Exactly.
But that music, I ain't rocking with that. We just did a podcast the other day, and she just dropped a lip liner, lip gloss. Bro, you want to hear some of the names of them?
I know it's gonna be wild. What's the name? Some of the lip liners.
Nut. That's a flavor. Gonorrhea. That's another flavor. Coochie. Come on, man.
Oh man.
Come on, man. Nah, I mean, I think at first I thought it was a shock value.
Right.
But I don't want, man, ladies, don't let your kids put that on there. What you got on, girl? Nut.
Yeah, but you know what? That's like, it seems like they using artists to promote anything and everything. And a lot of times I'm thinking, like, what is it that this artist has? Is it talent? Is it this or that? It's just attention.
Talent. I haven't found it yet, not in her.
Ooh.
There's no shots, but
there's
a lot of people who like Sexy Red.
She got a fan base. She got a strong fan base.
Yeah. So I don't like what she promotes. I don't like the music. Now I know we had our Lil Kims and our Trinas and our Foxy Browns back
Say
in the
that.
day.
Say that.
I'm not gonna look past it like that didn't happen, but it went to an extent that I said enough is enough. God dang.
Well, let me ask you this: is it different because, like, Sexy Red, when she raps, she just plain out says what she's saying? A lot of them people, Foxy Brown, Lil Kim, you know, they still have metaphors and stuff.
Right.
You know, where it was a little different type of feeling when it comes to taking in their music, you know?
And listen to her music and listen to as she rap. It's like, did you really write that down? Because it seemed like you just stepped in front of the microphone and said what came to your brain. But I actually heard her in an interview where she said she actually write her rhymes.
Oh, wow.
She said that couldn't have been hard at all.
Took 5 seconds.
For real, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, going back to Lil Kim and Foxy Brown and Trina them, they had bars. Even though some of it was provocative, they still was spitting. You feel what I'm saying? So there's nothing talented about this young lady.
Whoa, he done crushed her like that. All right. Hey, Boss Blake is in the house. So with us talking about talent and what you see, before we even go back and talk about some of the stuff you did, how do you feel about the talent in Brunswick right now? And like, who are some of the guys who you see really doing a thing? Like, okay, they kind of got my eye, or like, this guy has it. Like, I ain't gonna ask you like the top 5 question, but I'm gonna ask. he ain't gonna let me set him up. But I will ask you, who are some of the guys like you see, or some of the young ladies like who you see really pushing their musical talents?
Actually, man, I listen to King.
Okay.
King, for his era, for his generation, nobody in the city is touching King. That's just my opinion.
Whoa.
King is dope.
Okay.
He got a mind up here. He got a drive. So I definitely support and love King music.
Shout out King.
Fleek doing his thing, man.
Definitely. Shout out Fleek.
Fleek out here grinding, man. And
definitely.
Salute to Fleek and George and that whole crew, man. Them boys out here doing their thug thizzle.
Yes, sir.
Who else? B Tizzle. 1/3. That's my woe. He doing his thug thizzle.
That's what's up.
I definitely rock with his music. Of course, Crucial. Whenever he decided to bring his ass back to the
what's up, Crucial?
That's my dog. So,
right. Definitely.
Those are the ones I'm rocking with. Flash Mob Uno. That's my dog.
Okay.
I think he working on some new music. But I've listened to a select few. But other than that, that's about it, man. One of the biggest things that I see is like with social media, now it's even more confusing because you got artists in the area and they may have numbers and they might have a little support, but it don't translate to the shows. It don't translate to people supporting them like they support other artists. Like let me see. Friday we're gonna have Boston Richie come here. Okay. That thing gonna be thick. Oh. It's gonna go, but what is it going to take for us to get our own person that everybody will show up for and support and, pack the club out, pack the event out? He got to go make it somewhere else. He got to go get a following from the rest of the world before his own city follow him. And that's true. Shade towards Brunswick. That's in any city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody believes in you until somebody else believes in you.
Right.
So whoever it is that's going to make that move, they're not going to make that move here.
Oh, wow.
They'll throw a show here, and you could have 10 dope artists from Brunswick show up, and they still won't pack out like one mainstream artist will because that's just how the city is. And I've learned that, and I accepted it. I do my music on social media, and I know how to market and promote mine. You can look at my numbers on Spotify. I do numbers.
Right.
I ain't making no millions of dollars, nothing like that, but I make a little bit of change on my music with the time that I put in.
Right.
I appreciate it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about marketing, promotion, and there's a lot of people who's doing things for the city that artists need to take advantage of. You got like Butch, you got In the Trenches.
Right. Shout out to Butch.
Shout out to Butch for doing this thing. You got the Hard Brothers, period.
Shout out to H&H.
They do the what it is in the studio, in the booth.
Oh yeah, in the booth, man. Yeah. Giving our artists outlet and giving them studio time, all that space to perform, all that.
So it's people who's actually trying, but it's gonna take us all to work together. You know what I'm saying? I see things that they're doing, but I feel like if I can help you do this, you'll get more numbers, you'll get more people.
Right.
But people got a lot of pride
man.
There to see.
It's crazy, bro. Like that. Like that's one of the biggest things for me is in me when I was doing music before. It was like, okay, my mindset is breaking my music. Let me work on that. When I got in radio, I'm like, okay, let me learn this. Let me learn everything I need to learn. Now I'm to the point that's like, okay, man, I want to help an artist. Like I want us to have that artist going with all these little towns. Yeah. That's popping up with artists, and not a disrespect to them, but we got places like Waycross. How Waycross got 3-4 dudes signed, and we don't have we most of the crowd that travel to Waycross to go to the event, and it's not like a hating thing. It's just a perspective on what you can do. Sometimes you don't realize the power that you have, Right. And so that's the biggest thing about here is using the power that is here, the social media power, the promotion power, the numbers, to put that behind one artist,
Yeah, and I think the problem is every artist want to be that artist.
Oh man, you said something.
You can't. Somebody got to lead the way, and whoever got the motion, push them.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Don't be, I ain't sharing, nigga. Nobody want to see nobody do it first. I don't care, man.
Right.
I'll be the man behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Pushing.
Exactly.
As long as I get a check, I'm good. I don't got to be in the front street, man. Bosses don't want to be seen. I always remember that, man.
He just said something. Boss just told you.
For real.
Come on now.
Talk, man. But yeah, man, it's some talent, and I pray. I pray somebody make it. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be me. You know what I'm saying? They say I'm too old anyway. But you know,
hey,
can rap me.
But you know what? I think now, like, just even when you talk about age, just certain people, like, what's the guy name? I think it's Keith Wallace.
Yeah, man.
Keith Wallace is tough, and you know, there's like this whole other. With the internet, you can specifically like find your fan base or the people that want to listen to you. Yeah. So even with what you saying, like. The song Karma, bro, that's a deep song. Like, that's going to mess the city up, and we are dropping it on the Wick Mix 9 at 9. We're going to drop that thing. But just that type of content where you're talking about life, you're talking about relationship, and us bringing that to the music part, I think that's very, very important, and you doing that with Karma. So tell me a little bit about the music you have going now and how Karma came about.
Well, you know, I try to avoid putting myself in a box, so I do all type of music, man. You know, I love doing reality music, street music, music for the ladies, music that just hits you, man.
Right.
Because I know music has saved my life, bro.
Straight up.
I lost my mom and my brother, and if it wasn't for music and my daughter, I wouldn't even be here, man. I probably would have crashed out by now, to be honest with you.
That's real. That's a real talk right there, man. That's a blessing to be able to say that and know that, you know? Yeah.
Real talk. And music has got me through a lot of situations, so I have to keep music in my life.
Real.
You know, if I date a female, if you don't like music, we probably ain't gonna make it.
We can't even kick it. Yeah.
So, but you know, when Karma came, when that idea hit me, I was just listening to a track, and I just started singing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can try to run, but you can't hide. And it just came to me, you know what I'm saying? So it made me start thinking about all the things that I did to people. You know what I'm saying? And because I went through a lot in 2021, and I just chalked it up as that was my karma, man.
Hey, and you know what? Listening to it, not even to cut you off, but that was what was so deep about it. Bro wasn't on there. You know how people kick something and you know it ain't really, you know, it ain't from the heart or it's not really about them. Nah. Bro was kicking it like, I know this is what happened. Yeah. Don't play around. Karma gonna come for you, bro.
Come back, man. Karma, hey, listen, if you don't believe in karma, keep living.
Yeah.
And I promise you, she gonna come back. A lot of people think it got an expiration date. No, it don't. You can do something to somebody 10 years ago. Karma might wait right when you on top.
Man.
Knock you right down. I promise you, man, karma is real. Believe it.
Man, so, you know, even just listening to music like that, it proves like the value that you bring into the game. So even when you said that, you kind of triggered me. When you say, oh, like I'm too old. Nah, because I just listened to the music, you know, and I just listened to you talking about something that people can relate to and something that's very, very relevant. Yeah. When you go to make music, are you thinking about how unrealistic the new music is now? Like when you make it, like there's not a connection, like you can't. Okay, so the Karma song basically talking about relationships and talking about how you do a person is how you're going to get done. It's a lot of unrealistic music, like running off on the plug twice and I don't care about this and that and that and that. It creates like an unrealistic narrative. When you make music, is it always about keeping it real, having a real perspective, or you add fantasy to it, or like what's your process for that and what keeps you to making songs that sound authentic?
I just do what I live, you know what I'm saying? The things I see on a daily basis. When you hear songs like you're speaking of the unrealistic songs,
right.
Those songs are being made to cater to their fans.
Right.
They want to hear that type of music. Whether my fans want to hear it or not, I can't do that because that's not me. I'm not living that life. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I try to stay true to myself. Now I will make some hood, some gangster music,
right?
You know, but talking about things that I did, not that I'm doing.
Right.
I'm going to do tomorrow, like my Tip said. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's easy for me to stay in my lane, and I don't care if the fans don't want to hear it.
Right.
Because I've heard from so many people say, your music got me through this. Your
Wow.
music got me through that.
Wow.
And those are the people I'm trying to reach. I'm not reaching nobody who want to listen to Sexy Red. That ain't me.
Right.
Nothing like that.
Right. Straight up. And that's the thing, is like having those people in mind that you're making music for. Yeah. Now, you know, even with you saying that, when you make music, do you think about Brunswick? Like, do you think like, okay, this is going to resonate with my neighborhood, or this is going to resonate with my people? Or are you thinking like, nah, I'm thinking national scale or worldwide scale every time I jump in the booth?
It's worldwide.
I like that.
I don't, like I said, I don't put myself in any type of box. I did in the past,
right?
But I left that alone. I'm really global, like body to beat global.
Right.
I'm not focused on nothing here in Brunswick. If my music resonates with you, great. But I'm aiming for a larger platform, a larger and a broader audience. I'm not worried about Brunswick. That's just a dot on the map.
Right.
I salute Brunswick. You know what I'm saying? No hate, but I don't want to be compared to no local rapper.
Wow.
Don't call me a local rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know him. I don't know him.
Hey, bro says worldwide. Worldwide scale, you know, and you know, that's honestly, that's how you got to get your music nowadays too. That's how you got to get your money in music, is thinking worldwide.
Absolutely.
And with you creating so much in music, and with you having so many things you could do, man, from engineering to just like the marketing and promotion. We were talking about that. What are some ways that you found useful with your talents in Brunswick? Because a lot of people don't make money doing music. A lot of people don't make money doing this. So what are some ways that you kind of got around and kind of created a market for what you do in town? You know, just some advice to the younger artists who are trying to maybe get paid for their passions.
All right, find what the need is.
Oh,
you know what
man,
I'm saying? It got to be a demand for something. There's always a demand for something. And I realized, like, okay, it's hard to sell music nowadays, especially if you're an up-and-coming artist.
Right.
So you look around like, what do these artists need?
Right.
They need videos. They need covers.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They need promo videos.
Facts.
They need somebody to help push their music. So that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I started my own marketing and business, Body to Beat Global Marketing and Promotions, back in 2020. You know what I'm saying? I got my LLC and all that.
Real.
So that's what I do. And really my music and my business is catered to people that's not even in this city, and it's sad.
Wow.
People know I do it.
Yeah.
You know, people online, social media, they hit my email up, man, I need this done, need this done. So just because you don't see me doing it in the city, man, I do that shit all over the world, bro.
And see that you know, you speaking to me right now, because that's like one of the biggest things for me is like, even I'm surprised how much I could tap in with people out of town more than tapping in, you know, in town.
You should have been hitting me up.
Hey, you know, and that was the whole time. You know what? Hey, and you know what's so funny? I'm telling bro, I'm like, boss, bro, I only heard you say about 3-4 words, and I'll be around the man so solemn. I look on and see you got your own platform, and you do. I'm like, oh no, I'm about to hit bro right now, and that's kind of how. Otherwise, we'd have been putting it together. Yeah, man. But even in talking about your own platform, what brought you to starting the podcast and letting your voice be heard, and you know, taking that spot and jumping out there and jumping in the conversation?
I just feel like my grandma always told me, son, you got a purpose. You got to find your purpose.
Right.
And, you know, Body to Beat Global, my logo is the musical message, because I like to deliver a message through my music.
Right.
But also, you know, I can't get everybody to listen to my music.
Facts.
So I said, you know what, I got a voice and I needed to be heard, because during the time I started thinking about doing this podcast, you know, there's a lot going on in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, damn this. I got to start talking about these things. You know, we lost Ahmaud Arbery.
Facts.
That hurt my heart, because he stayed 2 houses down from me. You know?
Wow.
I jog every day, and then getting to work to find out that happened to him, it made me angry. You know
wow.
So I said, you know what? I got to start talking.
Yeah.
You know, I started doing podcasting, and I got a decent following. You know
right. Definitely.
And, it's just jumped from one type of podcast to another, because I talk about reality. We go deep about our culture. the police brutality, all of that, bro.
Right.
We talk about love, life, relationships, and stuff like that on certain other podcasts. Shout out to Flash Mob Uno, man, talking wild.
Definitely.
And my bro, Wild Jizzle.
Yes, sir.
On the Big Bank podcast. So yeah, I got like 3 or 4 of them that I work on, man. And we real about everything. That's one thing I can say. Each one of them got in common is it's real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No BS. It's real.
Man, and that's what's important, like for people to get that real perspective. You know what? I gotta go back to something you said, because I'm gonna have you come back. We done talk. I'm gonna have you come back. Right. But just the fact that you said, the situation with Ahmaud Arbery, and it made you feel like, let me get up and do something. Like let me lend what I can, and what you lended was your voice. That's powerful to hear that, bro. Like to know that you took that situation and took it into action. And you sharing that, because a lot of people, there's been a lot of stuff. We've seen businesses start. We've seen media companies start and all that stuff off of the Ahmaud Arbery situation. But that's my thing is, what is it doing for people locally right here affected by it? And you saying that's inspiration, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can only do so much in a city, and part of the city is divided.
Right.
Where, they say let's run for Ahmaud, and the rest of them walking.
Right,
so
right.
You got to understand what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. That's just one instance.
Right.
That happened probably thousands of times last year. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
What I want to do is just reach out not only to my people in my city, but to the rest of the world, because what we go through on a daily basis, because we don't have no power, it's a shame.
Facts.
So we got to start doing something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna protect my child. You can believe that.
Straight up.
At the same time, let's put opinions out there on what we need to do to protect the community. And until we all are on one accord, we're gonna keep facing situations like this, man.
Man, straight up. Well, hey, we got Boss Blake in here, and he's definitely on deck for the Wick Mix 9 and 9. We got that karma coming your way. Make sure y'all stay tapped in. Where can they keep up with you on social media? Give them your platform, give them your podcast dates, all that, bro.
Yeah, man. You can find me on YouTube. It's Boss Blake, BTBG, and of course on Facebook, Boss Blake. Ain't nothing simple, ain't nothing hard. And then on Instagram, Bossman K1. Find me on there. And then I think TikTok, Boss Blake 8, I believe. But yeah, man, follow me, man. I do my podcasting on Mondays, which is Grown Folk Talk. Then on Tuesday on the Bank Channel, that's the Big Business Podcast. And then Thursday, Talking Wild Thursday with Flash Mob Uno. Yeah, we working, man.
Yes, sir.
We working, believe it.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, bro, I really appreciate you coming in. I'm going to have you come in more. We're going to tap in, and we're going to continue to work. But definitely, man, hey, don't sleep either. Get at this man on the beats now. I'm going to tell you, hey, bro, doing a podcast, he doing music. This is first thing I know this man for is the beats and the music. So if you do need to get your music together, definitely tap in with bro, because he fired in, fired out, straight up.
I appreciate you, man.
Hey, no problem, man. Hey, Wick Mix 9 and 9, Real 96.3. We got Boss Blake in the building. Stay tuned in. Karma's on the way, and we dropping that thing. And yeah, y'all stay locked in on the Free iHeartRadio app.